What I love about Bitcoin is that it's a market-based money that doesn't violate any moral principles. You don't need permission to use it, and it can't be turned off or controlled by any single entity. It exists peacefully for anyone who wants to use it. As Bitcoin continues to gain wider adoption, which has grown significantly since I first got involved, its impact is becoming much larger. The ultimate endgame of Bitcoin is that fiat currencies will gradually fail over time, and Bitcoin provides an alternative. In a world where Bitcoin is widely adopted, governments would no longer have the ability to print money at will. Instead, they would have to rely on taxation and borrowing. This shift would make governments smaller and more accountable because it removes the option of inflating currency to cover deficits. So, the ultimate goal of Bitcoin is to constrain government power by fundamentally changing how money works. It aims to create a more honest and accountable financial system where governments operate within strict economic constraints imposed by the market, rather than through unchecked monetary policies.
What I love about Bitcoin is that it's a market-based money that adheres to fundamental moral principles. Crucially, it cannot be shut down, requires no permission to use, and doesn't require approval through voting. It's simply available for anyone who wishes to engage with it. As Bitcoin continues to gain widespread adoption, growing significantly since I first got involved, it presents a profound challenge to governments. The beauty of Bitcoin lies in its potential to curb government overreach. If widely adopted, Bitcoin constrains governments from their traditional power to print money at will. In my view, the ultimate endgame of Bitcoin is that fiat currencies will falter over time. Bitcoin offers an alternative where rules are clear and transparent. In a Bitcoin-dominated world, governments cannot manipulate the currency supply as they do with fiat. They are restricted to taxing and borrowing, rather than inflating the currency, a practice that damages economies. This shift fundamentally alters the dynamics of governance. It compels governments to be smaller and more accountable, because they can no longer rely on printing money to fund operations. They must operate within strict financial limits, promoting fiscal discipline and honesty. For me, that's the ultimate goal of Bitcoin: to create a world where governments are constrained, monetary policy is transparent, and individuals have a stable alternative to fiat currencies. It's about empowerment through financial sovereignty and belief in a system that fosters fairness and integrity. When considering Bitcoin's potential, it's not just about investment returns or technological innovation. It's about reshaping our economic and political landscape for the better, a future where individuals have greater control over their financial destinies and governments serve with enhanced transparency and responsibility.
I don't believe there are 2 or 3 or 400 million crypto users around the world. In my estimation, it's perhaps closer to 50 million, which is still significant.
When discussions turn to the global number of cryptocurrency users, some claim figures as high as 200 million, 300 million, or even 400 million. Personally, I'm skeptical of these numbers and believe the reality is more modest, possibly around 50 million users globally. Even so, this figure is significant. Consider this: 50 million people actively engaging with cryptocurrencies represent a vibrant community. They embody a growing interest and adoption of this technology worldwide. What's truly remarkable isn't just the sheer number, but what these users symbolize. They are pioneers in a financial revolution, exploring innovative ways to transact, invest, and store value outside traditional banking systems. This movement challenges conventional financial norms and offers compelling alternatives. As this community expands, its impact on global finance becomes increasingly evident. Each user advocates for decentralization, transparency, and financial freedom, contributing to a future where individuals wield greater control over their finances and where financial borders diminish in significance. While the exact count of cryptocurrency users remains debatable, One thing is certain: their influence and potential are profound. Whether the community comprises 50 million or more, each participant is reshaping the future of finance in ways unimaginable just a decade ago. Looking ahead, the growth of this community will continue to redefine our perspectives on money, trust, and the role of technology in our lives. It's an exciting time to be part of this evolving landscape, where innovation meets opportunity on a global scale.
Years ago, on the Bitcoin Talk forums, we often joked and debated about wild ideas like a country adopting Bitcoin. Skeptics scoffed, calling us crazy, saying it would never happen. Yet, many of those once joking ideas have actually become reality. It's pretty amazing how things have turned out.
Back in the early days of Bitcoin forums, discussions were often speculative. We debated wild ideas like the possibility of countries holding Bitcoin reserves. Skeptics would dismiss these notions as pure fantasy, saying, "You guys are nuts, that will never happen." Yet, here we are today, witnessing many of those seemingly far-fetched ideas becoming reality. Countries are not just considering holding Bitcoin, they're actively exploring it. El Salvador famously made Bitcoin legal tender in 2021, a move that shocked traditionalists but demonstrated that bold ideas can materialize. This shift is a testament to Bitcoin's resilience and the adaptability of its community. What was once the domain of enthusiasts and technologists has now captured the attention of governments and institutions worldwide. The narrative has evolved from skepticism to curiosity and increasingly to adoption. It's not just countries; corporations are integrating Bitcoin into their balance sheets, and financial institutions are offering Bitcoin services to clients. The infrastructure supporting Bitcoin continues to mature, making it easier for more people to participate in this financial revolution. Reflecting on those early debates, it's clear Bitcoin isn't just an experiment anymore. It's a functioning part of the global financial landscape. It challenges traditional norms and offers new possibilities. Yes, there were skeptics, and there still are, but their doubts are being eroded by the undeniable progress and acceptance of Bitcoin. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about demonstrating that innovation and belief in a decentralized future can lead to tangible, real-world change. In conclusion, Bitcoin isn't just working, it's thriving. It surpasses expectations and reshapes conversations around money, governance, and technology. As we look to the future, who knows what other once improbable ideas will become commonplace? That's the exciting journey we're on with Bitcoin today.